Hello everybody and welcome to the launch of our brand new one-day special. We are already very busy for this. It's a highly anticipated launch. It's a monthly release from Heartfelt Creations, and my goodness have we got a bundle for you. Have a look at all of this. So we're talking Heartfelt Creations Cascading Petals I Want It All collection. 11 dies, 9 stamps, your 12 by 12. Here's the thing with Heartfelt Creations, massive fan base, an incredible American company. What Heartfelt Creations do though, they always bring you quality, and I'm really conscious, I know it's shopping TV, and you hear words like all quality, but genuinely, let me show you something. Have a look at these stamps. I'm just want to tilt these up. So this is just some of the petals. Just having a little look. Let me just tilt that up and you'll see foam mounted red rubber. The depth, the detail that you get with these is absolutely exquisite, and they also come on their own little mount as well, so you can keep here the little sleeve, the insert, you can keep that and store your you can store your flowers. Now you're getting your stamps, you're also getting the coordinating dies, and this is the kind of niche, this is what Heartfelt Creations do with all their releases. Let me just show you the paper pad, because this sets the precedent for the release. This is kind of your foundation. You're getting 24 double-sided papers coming through. So let's have a look. This is always the fun bit when we get to start exploring the collection here. And look, double-sided, I love this one. I'm gonna have to whip that around, I'm sorry. Okay, that's just fallen. So I think we're having a look at that earlier on. But you can see it was double-sided. So you're getting your large features, and then you've got all your toppers coming through here. And then we're going to start exploring those big pages. So they could be scrapbook pages. I mean, layers of detail, all of this going on, allowing you to build up and build up and build up. So you're getting so much here in just this work. And now this is interesting, because this is something that Heartfelt Creations have introduced in the last few months, really. It's giving you pages to die cut with your dies. So they're all ready, waiting for you to get more elements there, going through, and then obviously you've got more. There's your like 6x6s coming in, and then we've got our tags in the mix as well. So it is a full, comprehensive paper bundle, allowing you to get the most out of your release. You use your papers, you use your dies, you use your stamps. Before we get into this a little bit more, and we are very busy for this release, we always are, can I just say, get through some housekeeping, $99.92, Heartfelt Creations, and look at that, you can even split your payments over 3 months. So you get the complete collection. If you want it all, you can have it all for $33.31. That is your price, and you're saving £35. Let's speak to the lovely Nikki, who is on the phone right now. Nikki, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, Nikki. How have you been? How are you dealing with coping with lockdown?
I can't wait to get back to work.
Oh, no, Nikki, we miss you.
I know, but we have to do these things.
Of course. So. Now, have you been crafting in lockdown?
Probably every single day.
Amazing.
I have been in the craft room. You know me, crafting is my passion. It's something that I love. And that's got me through the last few weeks, to be fair.
I think so many people can relate to that, actually. Nikki, this is an incredible release. It really is. And so many, we're just looking at some of the finished inspirations. And I know you've been speaking to Molly and to Kim while we've been preparing for the show. You are clearly extremely passionate about this release. What is it that caught your imagination with it? Right.
I love the fact that you've got those three-dimensional flowers. You know me, I love my flowers. And this, you can just make small blossoms, you can make your cascading wisteria, because it is wisteria, so we're calling it cascading petals.
Yeah.
But when you look at some of what the design team has done with it, they've made the wisteria. You've got the birds in there. I mean, there they are. Look, aren't they amazing? They're
absolutely phenomenal. When we talk about 3D flowers, Nikki, these are incredible.
They are. And you've got 8 of those petals on one stamp. You've got the die that coordinates with it, and then all you need is a daemon with a wire on, and you can make something like this.
Now, I have to say, I always love seeing the finished inspirations from design teams, especially when it was a Heartfelt Creations show. Each one of these is such a showstopper.
They are.
I mean, achievable, and that's something you are so keen to impress on everyone is, and I know you've got some great demonstrations for us, but what we're showing you here, viewers at home can be making.
Of course, these are great for beginner crafters. These are great for the crafters that have been crafting for many, many years. And we have some designers on the design team that have been crafting for many years. But we've also got some crafters that have only been doing it for a year or so. And, you know, they're on the Heartfelt design team.
Wow.
And just looking at what they've made, everyone has their own unique style of how you make it.
And you see that actually, just picking it up. You really see that. But one thing I'm getting from just picking up the finished samples is how each one has got its own unique feel. But you, as resources go, from the paper pad, which you gave me a great tip. I remember when we first worked together, you gave me a tip that's always stuck with me, because what you like to do, Nikki, is you'll get a collection and then you'll get an additional paper pad as well.
Always an additional paper pad,
Yeah.
and it is a paper kit. It isn't just your paper pad. You've got your 6x6s, you've got panels in there, you've got tags, you've got sentiments. You can make nice, easy, quick cards, but then you can start exploring and making your mini albums and your scrapbooking. So I always say go for a second paper pad.
We tend to find, Nikki, that Heartfelt Creations has a fan base. It's a community brand, and by that I mean a lot of people, once they start getting into Heartfelt Creations, and we have repeat viewers, so reviewers who come every month to find the new release and then get the new release. If we want to start sharing our makes with that, I know that there's a lot on Facebook. You run groups as well?
We do. We've got the we've got the Heartfelt group,
Yeah.
which is the official Heartfelt group. Then you've got my group, which is Nikki and Friends Crafting with Heartfelt and more. Lots of inspiration. We've also got a blog as well, so each of the design team will put a sample of what they've made with full instructions on once a week on a Wednesday.
Incredible.
So, you know, you're never lost. So you might buy this and you might think, oh, in 3 weeks' time when you get it, I forgot what to do. Just go on, you know, go in one of the groups, go on Heartfelt blog. There's always inspiration there.
Have a little look. Nikki, what would you say to anyone right now who's maybe tuned in, sitting on the fence with regard to this collection? What would you say to them as a crafter?
Right, I always look at something and I think, am I going to use it? How often am I going to use it? When you look at this is for every occasion.
Yeah.
There isn't an occasion when, you know, weddings, you know, sympathy cards, which we don't like doing, unfortunately, but we have to, birthdays, anniversaries, any occasion, this is going to, you know, be great to use.
Such a good point. What blows me away is the unique feature to this collection is it has to be the 3D flowers. So we're saying Wisteria, right?
It is. It's your Wisteria flower, but you can make other flowers with it, as always with Heartfelt flowers.
The thing with Wisteria, it's one of my favourite flowers, and I especially love it. Near where I live, there's some houses that are fortunate to have Wisteria. Now's the time you kind of see the Wisteria on the houses. It's such a beautiful, beautiful flower.
Yeah, I've seen lots of people posting pictures on social media of their Wisteria flowers, you know, and you can put as many on there or as little on there. You can just put 3 of them on there and that makes a great card, but then you can adorn it with them.
Yeah.
You know, and the bird cage as well. I mean, it's
I've got to show you a bird cage.
So many things that you can do with that bird cage. You can make a 3-dimensional bird cage with it. You can use it on a card, use it in your scrapbooking. So
how do we, look, this bird cage, so are we actually, how do we make the bird cage?
Right, so basically, that's one I actually made. Now,
Right.
I made a box first out of acetate, and then I've just glued 4 of those bird cages onto it, and then folded the top, and then decorated it, and then tied it at the top. But you can do it without an acetate box, depending on how you're going to use it. I've put lights in that one that we're looking at now.
We were just saying, I'll try and open it up.
They don't work, but there's no battery.
Oh, okay. I won't open it up then and turn them on. So
Yeah,
you can make, with this collection, have we got the die? Have we got the die then for the bird cage?
You've got the die that will cut the bird cage out with. Yeah.
So let me just show you, because if you're a little bit daunted by doing the 3D one, you can just make a card with the bird cage. You can. But please watch, because I think, Nikki, we're going to be seeing you with the bird cage this hour.
I'm not sure. I've done a card like you've got in your hand.
Okay,
But
well,
I
maybe
haven't
see
done
the
the actual
card.
bird cage.
That's
so
fine.
yeah.
But look,
Yeah.
the principles are there. So you could be making your own bird cages. Now imagine hanging those up in the summer, hanging those maybe on some trees and having a summer party once lockdown has been lifted, obviously. But
On
great
wedding
thing.
tables. Yeah, wedding tables.
Weddings. Yeah,
You can use them as a
centerpieces.
wedding box. There's a nice silver and white one down there that I've actually made into a box. You can put wedding favours in.
You can do so much
many
with
things that you
these,
can do
and we're
with
just,
it.
I think we're having a look at that. Nikki, it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait for when you do come back into the studio and we get to hang out. But
When
take
it's
care.
all safe, I'll be there.
All right, brilliant. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Nikki. You take care.
Thanks
Right.
so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, there's Nikki. Okay, so brand new release. I Want It All. We're talking Cascading Petals, but really embracing Wisteria, which genuinely is actually one of my favourite flowers. Everything will be dispatched from the 11th of May. You are saving £35, $99.99 for a collection from Heartfelt is incredible. Already, we're 10 minutes into the show. 10% of the stock has gone, and that gives you an indication of how busy we are. Now, we have had an email in from the lovely Lou Withers. Lou, how are you? She's saying the flowers and wisteria are amazing, especially for mixed media, and absolutely right, Lou. Talking about mixed media and 3D embellishments would look fantastic. I'm genuinely, let me pick up example. The wisteria, just have a look at this. So those 3D flowers, and Lou's absolutely on it. Lou knows, you never miss out a chance. Imagine this, because you can just lift these flowers. So taking those embellishments, the wisteria, and putting it onto a mixed media piece or onto a box. If you've got a construction box, if you want to put it in, onto MDF tags, you've got the resources to make as many of these as you like. You have the stamps, you have the dies, and of course we have the paper pad in the mix as well. So this is the launch. Heartfelt Creations, you're kidding. We've gone from 10% to 20% of the stock. And can I just say, this is Heartfelt Creations. They always bring a lot of stock. Now, the reason why it's on extended delivery dispatch, it's going to be dispatched from the 7th of May, 11th of May, corrections, 11th of May, is because it's coming from America. That's the only reason. So it comes from the States, and then we offer it to you, and we get it straight out. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a look at Nikki demonstrating this fantastic one-day special. If you do have any questions, feel free to get in touch. studio@hochanda.com.
So for this demo, we're going to be using lots of the images from the paper pad that coordinate with the dies with the Cascading Petals collection. I'm also using that gorgeous decorative bird cage there, but I've used it in a slightly different way for this card. So what I've done is I've cut out 2 of those here, and then what I've done is I've marked there where I'm going to cut them. So on these, I'm just going to cut all the way at the top, there, straight, and then the same the other side. So I've then got 3 parts. Okay, so I just need the 2 outer edges for this, and what I'm going to do is I used actually my wet glue for this, but for quickness, just to show you how I put this together, I'm going to use my glue gun. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue from the glue gun all the way down that side, and then that just is going to fit just over there. You can see it's just overlapping slightly, so I've got that lifting up like that. So you can do it straight, and then you can, once it's dry, just move that around. So that's going to sit off of my card. So I'm going to do exactly the same with that other side, just using my glue gun all the way down, not putting too much on, but enough just to hold that. And then I'm going to, oh, I've done the wrong side, use the right side. So I do need to glue that in a minute, but what I'll do is just do the other side and add some more. So down that edge there, like that, and then that is going to go just here, just sit that on the side of the bird cage like that. You can see how that just sits in there perfectly. But using your glue gun, it does go off nice and quickly, so you haven't got any waiting time. Just pull that up to make sure that's in situ, make sure that's straight. So I'm laying it flat, and then when I put that on the card, I can just move that up like that. And then just to hide some of that glue, I can put some glitter or something down there. But that's just created a nice three-dimensional bird cage there for the card. So the next part of the card is, I'm going to take my card blank. I'm using one of the 6x6 panels from the paper pad, and I'm just going to glue that down onto my card blank. Like that. With just a little tiny edge around that card. So I think the card was about 6 1/4. Just glue that down in place. And then I've got some elements that I've already die cut out from the paper pad. So I've got 2 of the branches. So I'm going to glue those onto my card and put those in the center. So I'm just popping a little bit of glue on each edge, and I want them to come over the page slightly, just over the card, just a little bit like that. So once that's in place, and I know that's where I want it, I'm just going to add a bit more glue here just to hold that down there, like that. So I've used my flower shaping tool as well, just to add some dimension to these. You can see the leaves are slightly lifted up. And then I'm going to take that bird cage that we've just created, just make sure that's about right. So I'm lifting that up. But before I do that, what I've done is I've cut out the birds from the paper pad. The die is cut absolutely perfectly here. So you've got a die for each of those. You've got 2 pages, so you've got 2 different birds there. Okay, so you've got 2 each of these. And so I've die cut those out. And then what I've done is I've cut the flowers off of each side. Okay, so I've cut those off, and then what I want to do is just add some dimension to the birds. So what I've done is just turn that over, image face down. I'm using one of the larger tips for my shaping, not pressing too hard because this is paper from the paper pad. It's about, I do believe it's about 80 pounds in weight, and then just added some dimension to my birds there. So I've done that to both of them, and then just before I put my bird cage down, I'm going to put my birds there. So for this, I'm just using a small amount of foam tape for each of my birds, and a small piece on this one. And then what you need to do is just take the backing off of there and just pop your birds so they're going to sit just inside that bird cage, quite close together. These are quite cute, like that. Just make sure that they are going to fit nicely in there, which they do. And then I'm going to add some glue down the outer edge of that bird cage. So I'm using again my wet glue, my glue gun, because that's going to go off quicker for demo purposes. Then bring that down, make sure that's even, and then just, without pressing too hard, just make sure that glues down in place. So there you've now got a 3-dimensional bird cage. So you will need a box to put this in. Okay, so if I just show you there, might just add a bit more glue there. Actually, that'll be fine. So if I just show you there, that's the effect that you're going to get using that decorative bird cage. And then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to decorate the rest of my card. So what I've done for the bottom here is I've used one of the 6x6 panels. Now I don't very often do fussy cutting, but I did on this one. I just wanted to break that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit that on the bottom of my card. So fussy cut that out, and that's just going to sit on the bottom there. And then the other parts of that bird that I cut off, I'm just going to pop on to my bird cage. So again, I've used my flower shaping tool just to add some dimension. I'm just going to just go inside there. So I'm going to put that along. In actual fact, I think I'm going to put them on each corner. I'm just going to snip off that bit there. Just added a tiny bit of dimension to these, and just on each corner of my bird cage. And that actually does hide some of that glue as well. Like that. Oops, it's not going to stick. Come on. There we go. So I'm not adding any of the wisteria flowers on this. I'm just using the elements from the paper pad. And then I've got my sentiment that I'm going to pop that there. Okay, so I'm going to do this slightly different to the one that I prepped earlier. And I'm just going to pop that on there, bring it under that leaf. Or maybe just sit that over so that it's in the middle. And there you have your little birds in your bird cage with that three-dimensional cage there. Really pretty, nice, effective, using the panels, using your papers, using all the images from your paper pad to create a nice, easy, quick card.
Amazing. And look, showing that this is what you could do. Can I say, we are 22 minutes into the launch show for stock that we did anticipate we would last 24 hours already. So 22 minutes into the show, 25% of the stock has gone. So a quarter of the stock has gone. Let me just show you a couple of examples, because for me, I love this collection. Would you like, wait for this, to make something like this? Look at that. Now, you know what you could do is you could put vellum behind as well. So build it up using vellum. You can have lights in there. We were just showing this one made by Nikki, and she put lights. So little lights in there, but taking advantage of the beautiful flowers, those wisteria flowers that we're getting. And inside, it's hard to see with the cameras, but inside, Nikki's even made a nest in there as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But let's just say you wanted to go a step further. Oh, this, I'm so sorry. This was the one that Nikki made. Yeah, all right, that was my bad. This is the one Nikki made with the flowers inside. Look at the 3D wisteria flowers that you're getting in this collection, and they are incredible. Let me pop that down and just show you. Look, it's all about the 3D flowers. Now, obviously in this collection there is so much more to it, but for me the 3D flowers are incredible because they add a totally different dynamic, turning that on the side so you get this wonderful wisteria. And I don't know if you're the same, but near us, so I've been going for a couple of walks on lockdown when I've been at home, not working here with my wife. We go on our sort of half-an-hour walk near where we live, and there's a few houses that have wisteria, and every time we walk by, my wife and I always comment on how beautiful the flowers are. So here, that's what you're tapping into. I mean, this is a great example of those beautiful cascading wisteria petals that you're able to achieve. But let's just take a moment to really take all of this in, because we've got the 3D flowers with the wisteria. You've got this beautiful, delicate, ornate bird cage. Then you've got all the other elements to build up your scene. That is a showstopper card, but it is so achievable. This is the one-day special. Just to clarify, you're getting your 12 by 12 paper pad. So you're getting 24 double-sided papers in there. You're getting tags, you're getting toppers, you're getting die-cut sheets, all of that. It's like Nikki described it as a paper crafting kit in one pad. Then you're getting your stamps, and your dies. So we've got the bird cage, which is there. You can see we've got our bird cage, our 3D flowers, all the elements to build up. And because you've got your own stamps, because you've got your own dies, this is a collection. Once and eventually you will get through your paper pad. I know a lot of you do like to double up on the paper pad, and it is an option to go for individually as well if you want to do that, bottom of your screen. But ultimately, once the paper pad has gone, we've got the stamps, we've got the flowers, so you will always have the possibilities to make things like this. Look at that. Come on. Incredible. With the bird cage, if I just pop that down for a second, the bird cage works really well if you do want to put, like mirror card. How good is that? That gilded cage. Isn't that nice? And then you've got the birds in there. I mean, everything about this collection I love. And I know why the Heartfelt Creations is always so unpopular. It's a community. If you want to be part of it, can I just tell you, you are saving £35. So great saving. It will be dispatched from the 11th of May, but you can split the price as well. So today, £33.31. That is the price you pay today. We send everything out to you, and you're spreading the cost over 3 months. The only reason it's being dispatched from the 11th of May is because it's coming from America. So the minute we have it, we're going to get it straight out to you. 712195, your item number. We have got some more elements to show you, and then we will get to our next demonstration. So storage. Now, a lot of you like to build up your collection, so each month we launch a new collection from Heartfelt here at Hochanda. Take a look at this. So this is storage. Now, it's magnetic storage panels for stamps and dies, which is fantastic because what you can do is you've got your magnetic element where we can store our dies on one side, and then the other side acts as a cling for your stamps. So, I mean, fantastic, because the beauty of Heartfelt Creations, you always get your coordinating stamp and die sets in there. $12.99, you're getting 6 of those. You will use them, you will love them. They've got the punched holes as well, so start putting them into your folders and keeping everything stored safely. 934723, your item number. There is more of the flower shaping kit. Now, this is fantastic, and I know it's something that we see Nikki using time and time again. Look at all the tools that you are getting. All of these are different heads that you are putting into your flower shaping tool. So that's your tool, that's your foundation, and then you can see that you've got all the different sizes of ball tools and shapes. So I think there's even a quilling tool in there. Yeah, you've got your quilling tool, which is here. So that's your quilling head that you can put papers in. You've got your large ball tool graduating down, so lots in here. And if I just put this in, let me just show you something, because it's actually magnetic. So as we put it in, you can hear the click. There, so it's magnetic using those. Very easy to change in and out. You've also got your foam mat to work off of as well. $29.99. What I would say, keep an eye out, because you see Nikki working with this. Every time Nikki comes in, she's got hold of this. $29.99 is your price there. $395. No, let me try again. $939-385, your item number. It seems that everything's very far away from me. Even the cameras are social distancing. Okay, moving on. We've got our foam paper going in. So foam paper, having a look, $14.99. You're getting 20 sheets in total coming through. It is super, super thin, and the beauty of this is you can use it with your dies, cut out, and then shape your flowers if you want as well. Really, really nice. So you're getting a lot there. $14.99, 675-424, your item number. Now we've got a storage binder. I really like this. What I would do personally, if you are a massive fan of Heartfelt Creations, which I know so many of you are, invest in. You've got to think, you've spent £100 in your collection today. You want to store it. All of this folder will store your collection. So you can store your collection in here. It is a lovely folder to work with. Now you have got a magnetic clasp coming in. Let me just show you that. So that is magnetic, and then opens up. You've got your binder in there and everything that you need. Take that out. But look, you're storing your collection in there, and I think I'm right in saying that will house, Nikki, if you're watching, can you email in? I think you can store a complete collection, maybe more than one collection. That was what I was going to ask Nikki. But definitely, obviously, for this collection as well. £12.99 your price. And do you know what then you will do is maybe label that, and you can have all your collections displayed beautifully on your shelf. 374418, your item number there. We're going to be having a look at the decorative cage now with Nikki.
So for this demo, we're going to be using the birdcage die from the Cascading Petals Collection. So this die comes in two parts. You've got your outer edge and then you've got your decorative part. So when you cut out the outer edge, you're going to get this part. And then when you die cut the decorative part of the cage, you are going to get this one, a really pretty decorative bird cage there, look, and the door opens as well, so that all die cuts out for you. Very decorative and very pretty from top to bottom. It measures around 6.5 inches, so that's going to give you a nice base card, so you can create a pretty card like this using your card blank as your shape. So you're going to use this part of your die, the outer edge, to give you your card blank. So if you're not sure how to use this, I'll just show you quickly how to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your die and you're going to lay it over where that spine is there on your card, on your score line, and you're going to take it over. Okay, so you're going to die cut that part out of it. So that's what's going to give you that. So obviously then you lose part of that decorative birdcage shape. But then when you take this part, which I've die cut out of the Cascading Petals papers, it's going to cover that up and give you a nice card blank to create a pretty card. So I'm just going to glue that with my wet glue over and pop that down. As you can see, that fits perfectly over, and it then covers up that spine. So when you turn that over, you're going to just see a little bit of that, but it will give you that full shape. And then I'm going to take my bird cage, which I've already die cut out. So this was die cut out of the papers. I'm going to add my glue, just popping it just randomly, just squeezing gently so I don't get too much glue around there, around that door there. And as you can see, you don't need too much glue, you just need to add enough just to pop that down. And then I'm going to pop that on to my card front. As you can see, if I bring that up there, you can see that gives you a nice edge because that outer edge is slightly bigger. So it gives you a nice shadow behind it. So once you're happy with that, you can start decorating it. So to decorate it, what I'm using is, I'm using some of the Cascading Wisteria. So you've got one with 3 and then you've got one with 2. You've got the coordinating dies. So always stamp these first, your images, and then die cut afterwards. And that will give you something like this. I'll just grab one of mine here. So that's going to give you that part. And then you just need to colour that up. So it's completely up to you what colour mediums you use. I'm using some Curateki pens here, and I'm going in and I'm just adding some dark pink in there. And then I'm going to go in again with a lighter pink. And then I'm just going to blend all of that in. So I'm not using any water with these. And that gives you that nice kind of effect that the artist has actually given us most of the design anyway, but it's you adding that darker in there has given me some shading. And then I'm going to go in on the stems of these and just colour these in with a little bit of brown, again using that watercoloured pens. And then just to finish that off, to colour the leaves in, I'm using my daubers here, and I'm just gently going to go in, take some of that colour off, and I'm just going to add lightly with the green, and then I'm going to go in again and then just add a bit of dark around the edges just to give me some shading in there. So if I just show you that, very nice and easy and quick to colour in. So on the actual card that I'm creating, I'm using 2 of these and then 2 of the ones with the 3 wisteria on. To finish that off, I'm going to use my deluxe flower shaping tool and my mat to create some dimension. So to create the dimension on this, I'm going to turn that image over. I'm going to go in with a smallish tip. I think mine's about the 6mm one, and I'm just going round in circular motions to add dimension to that wisteria. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in with the larger size, which I think is about an 8 or a 10mm, and then just go down those leaves, breaking up those fibres and adding dimension to those leaves. And then finally turn it over and then just go in a circular motion, and there you have a nice 3-dimensional wisteria leaf and flower there. So as I say, 2 of those and 2 of the ones with the 3 in, and then I'm going to go back in with my card and I'm going to decorate. So the one we're going to do very similar to is this one here. As you can see, I've created some wisteria here, 3-dimensional, using some stamens and the petals. So what I did was I put a hole through them, popped them through the stem of that wire there, and then started off with a bud and then slowly bringing those petals down. I think I've used about 7 on mine, but you can keep going depending on what size you want to create. Okay, and then what I've done is I've got 3, and then what I did was put those 3 together, bringing one down further than the other, and then I just twisted around just to keep that together and snip that off there. So the one that I've already gone ahead and done is this one. So as you can see, I've snipped it off quite short there. So that's my dimensional wisteria. And then I'm going to go in, I've got some buds as well. So I made some little blossoms, again, taking my flower shaping mat and that smaller tip, I'm just putting image down first and then just going down to create dimension on that petal. So I'm going to do that for each of those 3 petals. If you want to, you could put these through one of your flower shaping molds. I found that the tulip flower shaping mold worked really well with this one, but you can use your flower shaping basics mold as well. So just have a play with it, but you can, as I say, you can do it by hand using the same technique as what I'm doing, and popping that down, then just go around in a circular motion to bring those up. And as you can see, completely transforms those flowers. So I coloured these in using my daubers and some oxide inks. I think I also used the Memento Luxe Rosebud Pink on these. And I have coloured the back in as well, because when they are down, it does look nice if you just finish off that back. So I did mine in the green. So I've got a few of those that I'm going to pop on the card. So now I'm just going to bring my card over. So there's my card. That's all nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop one here and then one this side. I've already put my blossom on that one just to save a little bit of time. So I'm just going to glue that in place there, and then this one in place. So you could, if you wanted, put some little prills or some stamens in the middle of there. Just pop that in there in place. We could add some glitter to the centre as well. I'm just leaving these ones as they are because I think they look quite nice with that green centre. And then I'm going to bring those wisteria flowers in, and I'm going to use my glue gun for this. Okay, so I'll just give you a closer look at that. Look, that's how I put that together. and then just add plenty of glue to make sure that is going to go in place there. And then just drop my glue gun, just bring that up, and then I'm taking another one of the images that I've just coloured in and added dimension, and I'm going to pop that just there, just above that wisteria. Just bring those wisterias over slightly, and then just finish that off at the top with a little blossom that I created, and that covers up that wire stem that I made that out of. And then I'm going to use another one of those wisterias, and I'm just going to put that at the edge of that door where that opens, making sure that that door still opens, just there. And then finish that off with another little blossom there. So again, just add a bit of glue just to finish that off. And then I've got a sentiment from the paper pad. I've already put foam tape on, and I've inked the edge in that pink as well. So just add a bit more glue there, and I'm going to pop that at the bottom of my card there. And you can decorate this up by using your pearls and some glitter as well, but it really is an effective, pretty card for any occasion. You can even do the inside of your card as well. So there's the one that I made earlier. So really pretty, something a little bit different as well. These would be great wedding cards as well, I think, but really nice and easy to make.
Done. I am sold on this. I mean, the cascading petals, the wisteria, absolutely amazing. Can I just say a big thank you, because we did have an email in from Sandy? Sorry, not Sandy at all. Angie, I'm so sorry, I got your name wrong. Angie, could you do us a favour? Because you sent in pictures of your wisteria, look amazing. I know they're in your garden. The pictures are too small for us to show on TV. So if you could send the original size, if you're able to send the original size. I know sometimes when we email it says, do you want us to reduce pictures? So if you are able to send the original size, only because I'm being selfish here, I want to see it myself. But Kim, my producer, says your garden looks amazing. But Angie was just saying, this is a nice little email, because coincidentally, Angie was looking for, recently she was talking, saying that she would love to try and find a wisteria die and stamp set. And lo and behold, we've released it right now. So Angie, I know you placed your order. You're going to love this set. If you have just tuned in, we are talking Heartfelt Creations. This is I Want It All collection. We got cascading petals. They're not just cascading petals, because they allow you to do the most exquisite 3D flowers. So all based around wisteria, which is such a beautiful flower going in. But the effects with these 3D flowers are incredible. And the cards you're seeing here, everything that I'm showing you, look at the detail from the tiny little elements. Obviously you've got your 3D flowers, you've got your foliage in the background, everything you have included in the sets. Could you imagine giving this to somebody? I mean, look at that. The delicateness of the ornate birdcage, the wonderful wisteria, the birdies in there as well. You've got your 3D flowers, or if you want to go to town, yeah. I mean, that is a special card. Actually, forget card, put a frame around that. That is just a beautiful piece to display in your home. Or how about this? Because you might be thinking, well, okay, I like the wisteria. You might not want to, on this occasion, with this make, use the 3D flowers. Well, you've still got the beautiful wisteria stamps going through. Or how about this? Nikki was just showing you that wonderful bird cage, so you could make something like that. If you want to take it a step further, let me just pick this up. Look at this 3D bird cage adorned with you've got the 3D wisteria flowers in there, all the elements. That is why we are busy for our one-day special. And if you want to pop it into your basket, look at what you are getting. We're seriously approaching a third of the stock. This is the launch hour. That's incredible. We're really busy, and we had a lot of stock of this. Look at what you are getting. So you're getting 11 dies, 9 stamps, and you're getting that paper pad. But when we talk about stamps, I'm going to have to open the box. Bear with. Look, when we say stamps, look at the size of stamp that you're getting here and the quality of the stamp. So here we've got the two birds, different poses, red rubber stamps. You can actually see the depth of the etching and detail that you are getting. And if I just tilt that up, foam mounted, red rubber, pre-cut, absolute premium. We are going to just show you the details for the stamp storage as well. Now you're getting 15 panels into your stamp storage, and a lot of people are going for the storage box, which we're going to see. So not that bit, sorry, that was the inserts. We're just going to show you the actual box in there as well. Oh, here we go, $9.99 your price. That's your Heartfelt Creations 15 cling stamp storage panels. 021997 your item number. Okay, so one day special time. Let me just show you the paper pad, because you are getting the paper pad, and this is just an intrinsic piece in any release, Heartfelt Creations. We describe it as your foundation, because this is your building block, and you've got so many elements coming in. So you've got your larger pages, so that could be a scrapbooking page, or of course you can cut that down if you want. Then we've got your toppers, you've got words in there, so you cut those out. But have you noticed too, the tones, the color tones, all work seamlessly together. I love the character of that door. All right, that as a page is just screaming to be used. And do you know what I would be doing is putting some 3D flowers arching over that. There is an awful lot going on in one paper pad, and something that Heartfelt Creations do as well. They give you die cut sheets, so all of these we can die cut with the dies included in the set, so you're getting multiples of those. You've got another die cut sheet, again multiples of those different designs, and then we've got more elements coming through, your toppers. So you see how the whole kit, and Nikki described it as a kit, you even got elements at the very bottom that you'd cut into, cut away from. So all of those, and then we've got tags in the mix as well. I'll just show you that. So you're getting tags, all double-sided too. So you're getting those, that's your foundation. Some people, actually a lot of people, do like to double up with a paper pad. If you do want to go for that option, it's at the bottom of your screen individually. What a collection. It really is. And if you are a fan of Wisteria, and what I would say to you, are you like me, when you go for a walk, if you see Wisteria on a building, instantly on a house, it just catches your eye, it draws you in, because it is such a beautiful flower. So what Heartfelt Creations have done is they've really tapped into that. It's a very special piece. Angie quite rightly is saying that. Have you seen Wisteria dies before? So it is something a little bit different, and the 3D flowers are exquisite. Something else I just want to remind you of, we have got our 7-day savers. Now these will be 7-day savers. They're only around till tomorrow at 8 in the morning, and at 8 in the morning they disappear and we launch brand new 7-day savers. Look at what you are getting, 200 sheets of Rainbow Mirror Card, A6 in total. Now this was an incredibly popular 7-day saver. It actually sold out and is back on extended delivery. It will be dispatched on the 5th of May. So dispatched on the 5th of May and wing its way to you. But that is an awful lot. I can barely hold it in one hand. That's like a... It's like a sandwich. Imagine that. An American deli sandwich. Here we go. All right, popping those down. So that's your 7-day saver. Just very quickly as well, just remind you, if you are going for the 1-day special, because we are busy for our 1-day special, you have got access to 3 flexi payments. We're just going to flash the details, so just get rid of some housekeeping for you. You're saving £35. Bad with my numbers today. So you're saving £35. You've got 3 flexi payments. So today, because you can spread the cost if you choose to do so over 3 months, £33.31. £33.31. You get everything. So if you do want it all, you can have it all for £33.31. 712195, your item number. 1-day special is busy. We're over 1/3 of the stock. So if you want to pop it into your basket, details are there. Now, as we move on, this is your stamp and magnetic storage panels. So these are great. If you are going for the storage, and we have got storage on the show, obviously designed perfectly for your stamps and your dies. The beauty of this is one side's magnetic for your dies, and then the corresponding side you've got the cling for your stamps. So perfect to house, especially if you've got dies and stamps that work together, because there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to find a coordinating die or coordinating stamp. Keep your collections together, keep them safe, keep them organised. $12.99 is your price. You're getting 6 of those. 934723, your item number. We got our flower shaping kit here. It's a deluxe flower shaping kit. You're getting an awful lot. So you get your central tool, which we can see here, and then you get the different heads that you can attach into it. So there's a magnetic housing, so it just pops in, and if I just turn that around, so you've got 10 different heads that you put. So ball tool, there's a quilling tool in here as well, different sizes of heads graduating down, so everything that you need in your flower shaping kit, and you're also getting the mat to work off of too. And we often see Nikki, what she will do is if she's cut out any flowers or from the paper pad, and she will just use the tools to give it that depth and mould it. We saw it in the previous demonstration actually, so there we go. Leaving that there. If you want to pop that into your basket, always a bestseller here at Hochanda. $29.99 is your price. 939385 your item number. Now we got some foam paper for you, and the beauty of foam paper, it works so well with your flowers. Let's just show you some of these. Look at this. That gives you an idea of the kind of flowers that you can make. Imagine having a go with your art foam paper pack with the Wisteria. Oh, that's something I'd like to see. 20 sheets in total, $14.99 your price. Can I just show you the thinness that you're getting with the foam paper? I mean, that is incredibly thin. And the beauty of that is, even if you wanted to mould it with your hands, the heat of your hands, if I just do it here, it allows you. See, I've manipulated that just with my hands. Now, the only reason I say that is thicker foam, not all, because I know there are other foam papers on the market. Not all foam papers are the same thickness. Sometimes they're a little bit thicker, so you really have to use sort of your heat tools. When foam paper first came out, we showed demonstrations sort of kissing it against an iron very quickly to try and get that shape. Here, you don't have to use any heat. You can just use your hands if you want, and it just gives you that little bit of movement to it. Okay, so you're getting all of those, and because it's white as well, we can get our inks onto our papers and colour coordinate however we wish. 675424, your item number. Now we've got the storage binder. Let's have a look at this, because it is just the perfect way to house your collection. Whenever we bring you our storage binder, it's always an incredibly popular item, and I'll tell you why, because I know so many of you, obviously going for a heartfelt collection, it is an investment. And I know a lot of you, and we've seen pictures, what you do is you'll get, with each release, you will get one of the binders, and you can see here, so we can store all of our stamps and all of our dies, keeping it safe, and then that is a complete collection that's housed in your storage. You can put that on the shelf, you can label it on there as well, so you know your collection, what you are getting, having that all stored safely on the shelf. Imagine a few of these as you start to build up your collections from Heartfelt. So over 30% of the stock has gone here. If you do want to place that in your basket, $12.99 is your price. And we got the doorbells. Another thing, do look out for the demonstrations from Nikki. We're going to be back with our one-day special at 8 p.m. and we've got more demonstrations to show you that you wouldn't have seen this out. So new demonstrations from Nikki. And a lot of the time, whenever Nikki does her colouring, she's using the doorbells. So these are the finger doorbells. So all they do, you're just literally sticking on the end of your finger. Let me just get one off here. Now I've got big hands, as we all know. So it won't fit there, but it will definitely fit here. So even with someone with large fingers, I can still get in and obviously get the detail. And what you notice, you've got the points, so if you want to get that fine detail, you just go to the point, or you go for your more expansive work, you're using the whole doorbell. And you're getting a lot of these in total. They do stack as well, so what I would be doing, I should put them down here, shall I? What I would be doing with them is keeping them to colour family, so then you're not contaminating. Right, got more for you. Let's just have a little look at the mirror card. Rainbow mirror card is busy. Take advantage. No way is half the stock gone. Kim, you are kidding. Okay, so 7-day saver is back on extended delivery. I cannot believe half the stock though is gone. $9.99 is your price for 200 sheets. Now they are 280 GSM. If you're wondering what 200 sheets of Rainbow Mirror Card looks like, look at that. That is how much you are getting, but the reason why it is so popular is when I show you. Ooh. So think about die cutting, matting, layering. Because it's A6, it is the perfect size to play around with, and I can't believe that half the stock has gone. The only reason I say that, we sold it out last night. It was during our 8 o'clock show, the Rainbow Mirror Card sold. So, and that was around, obviously it launched on Sunday, so in the space of what, a few hours, it's gone to half the stock. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the one-day special. Busy for the one-day special, and we'll return with Nikki in the one-day special at 8. But thank you so much for your company. I really hope you enjoyed it.